Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Black Friday, y'all. I was supposed to be up shopping today, but I said, you know what? I'm going to take this day to recuperate, give my body some rest. I'm not as young as I used to be. I can't just jump up and rush out the door like I used to and get in those stores and try to find what I can get for the holidays and everything else like that, like find whatever's on sale and get me some holiday gifts, ornaments, whatever. Sometimes I just go just to see what I can find for $1. But anyway, how y'all doing today? I hope everybody is doing well after they Thanksgiving meals and family and friends and just enjoying the season. Just the season is coming to a close sooner or later. We're approaching Christmas, and then after Christmas, New Year's in a new year. So I'm hoping to see great things happen in 2022, even greater than it was in 2021. If God see that we live to get there. So that's all we have to look towards. That's all we got to look forward to in in this coming season. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna wait for y'all to get up on in here. I don't know if my notifications went out yet, but I'm gonna continue talking on this live anyhow. Well, where did we leave off yesterday? I told you I had a house full of people. It wasn't jam packed crowded, but it was enough, it was enough. And thank God that everybody did help me clean up before they left, put food away and wash dishes and everything and just clean up. But I'm gonna get up later and that's what I'm gonna do when I do get the strength to get up because I'm still laying here in the bed. Still laying here in the bed. So I'm just gonna, hope and pray that God give me the strength because we got to get the tree up. Probably get that today out the garage and put it up in the living room and stuff. There's enough space because there was some things moved out the house. Hey, I see two people. Welcome to my live. I know I got a dark screen. It's Black Friday. Hey, Sharice. Hey, love. How are you? Yeah, so I was up this morning and everything, and I did go on a few lives and stuff and listen to some discussions on certain things. And I believe, shout out to Sky Zone, I was on her live. And of course, the topic on Levi being R. Kelly's cousin. People got to use their common sense. I'm not going to tell people if you like him and you subscribe to him, I'm subscribed to him too. I was subscribed to him for the same various reasons as everybody else because he came forward as one of the men supporters when all of this stuff was going on with R. Kelly. Um, People were attacking R. Kelly and that surviving R. Kelly, stuff that was going on, and he had to come out and support the man. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. I think that was an honorable thing to do, especially when things were at the height of attacks against R. Kelly. That was the hard stuff to put yourself out there and to put your face out there and everything. But he ain't put his face. He put half of his face. He was sitting in the kitchen and drinking a beverage, an alcohol beverage, and had his face turned halfway to the camera. So that was an honorable thing to do to come forward to say, look, you people attacking this man and some of y'all got a whole lot of other, stuff going on in your backyard. So y'all need to be careful of how y'all coming at this man's life the way y'all been coming at him publicly on TV, Jada Pickett Smith and all the rest of these people that were coming at him, John Lennon, all of that. So we was discussing that, going back down memory lane, or about the day ones and all those who did come forward in the beginning to defend R. Kelly. But then it started to get to the point where, I mean, I knew from day one that this wasn't no relative of R. Kelly's. I knew that from day one, you know, because I was like, ain't nobody in R. Kelly's family at that time. A lot of people were saying they were relatives. I know there was one blogger that came on. He wasn't a blogger. I don't know who the hell he was. I don't even, that's just to not know, I didn't know who the hell he was. I can't even remember his damn name or his channel. But people were coming on with all kind of scams. People was coming on selling merchandise. I even got beat out of some money, you know, trying to buy some things to support R. Kelly from a merchant, somebody that was out here selling. At that time, they were selling R. Kelly things like outfits, shirts, and things like that. And this is, and I never forget. And I think I purchased a mask from them, and then they did send me the product. Then I went and I ordered something else for them, and I sent them the money, but I never got the product. So I just knew right then and there was a lot of people out here scamming off of this man's name, saying they were Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters, saying that they were family members and all that other stuff. So I know on firsthand, scammers. And the reason I say this is because when Levi first came on, and I'm going to take people back, memory back, I remember him saying how he was related to R. Kelly was through marriage to a family member of R. Kelly's. Then he went into saying he was related to R. Kelly through some mother on the mother side, like a aunt or something like that. A distant cousin, like in that kind of way. Then I remember him, then he's coming out saying he's R. Kelly's cousin through his father's side, and the reason he does not want to reveal his true identity is because of his family having to deal with life threats and all these other things, which is a bunch of cracker-knackle bull, okay? Because if there was any life threats, R. Kelly has two brothers and a sister from his mother, okay? And R. Kelly even spoke. Thank you, little Mac. Thank you. Yeah, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. And R. Kelly got two brothers and a sister. And we both know who Bruce and Carrie are. They've been on platforms showing their identity, showing their face, and they related to him. Okay. And neither one of these men mentioned anything about their lives being at risk of R. Kelly being R. Kelly brothers. They never mentioned anything. They slandered their brother, of course. Of course, it was more Carrie than it was Bruce. But Bruce said that Lifetime edited a lot of stuff and they didn't put all the real this, that, and the other in there. And he didn't even really know what he was being interviewed on, too. So he was like, and I could believe that. And he's not the only person who said that. A lot of other people have said that as well. A lot of other people have also said this exact thing what Lifetime did to them. So I can believe that they edited a lot of stuff, and even Demetrius Smith came out and said some things as well. When all of this was happening, Demetrius Smith showed his face. He had some connection to R. Kelly because he worked with R. Kelly, and of course he was fired, and he admitted why he was fired for stealing and doing this, that, and the other to rob, and he told some of his stories of being around Robert and during his tenor of you know, his career, whatever. So none of these people ever said anything about anything as far as life threats coming to them. Hi, I Rise Solo. How you doing? Welcome coming into my chat. Yeah, so nobody ever mentioned anything about them revealing identity of being Robert Sylvester Kelly friends, employers, or whatever that was close, really close with him during that time. Ever made any only person I remember saying something like that was, of course, Will Eady. And we gonna get into that some other time because right now I ain't gonna talk about Will Eady. When he got on phases is platform or whatever, and he was promoting his book and telling his story about him and Robert's relationship, as their friendship or whatever, how they connected with each other, how they became friends with each other. Dana J, and I'm gonna say this. If it was that much, Dana put his face, body, every goddamn thing out there, his lies or whatever. And I gotta laugh because Dana was funny. But Dana J put his whole life out there. You know what I'm saying? He put his face out there. He changed his hair color about 3 or 4 times. I don't know, green, red, orange, whatever. So, and he also said he was Dana J, the actor, whatever. But he did put himself out there. So he never made any statement that his life was being threatened as R. Kelly, as him being R. Kelly being like his mentor to him, whatever. So I'm just saying this so that people can follow me here and understand that when a person is lying and they're going to continue to try to put more lies to a lie, there's no justifying a lie. When Levi said he was R. Kelly's cousin, I was like, this man is not related to this man, but I'm going to let him just keep taking it as long far as he to take it. And subscribed to Levi because, of course, I was happy that there was somebody who got out there to defend R. Kelly, even during the mess that he was going through. All the stuff, the attacks that was coming at him, the crucifixion of him in front of the public, how everybody just put threw daggers at this man, put nails in him and put thorns on his head or whatever, when you think of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ in the spirit, not in the flesh, but I'm talking about in the spirit, y'all, because this is a spiritual warfare here. You dealing with flesh and you dealing with spirit in this world, right? This place in this world. So some people are still in the flesh and some people are walking alive in the spirit and some people are walking dead in the flesh. So anyway, as he was going along, and then there was times I came out and I defended Levi, especially when he was under attack, with when he was feeling a certain way towards Tyson, and because I came for the wrong reasons, because of the way I felt against Tyson at the beginning as well. So I felt I was going to put myself out there and defend Levi of being R. Kelly's cousin. But then God had to check me on that. He really had to check me. So anyway, oh, wait, I was just trying to see something. I don't want to hit the wrong thing. It says a lot of these bloggers that attack Choke, I'm just going to be honest, they jealous and they in their feelings because Choke first started supporting R. Kelly. They ran over to his channel. Okay. Okay, we'll get into that, Choke, Little Mac. But as I was saying, like he was saying all of this, but I said, being that R. Kelly has two brothers, Bruce, of course, and Carrie, and we both know their conditions of who their addictions or whatever they have, they struggles or whatever. They both were incarcerated, even during the time R. Kelly was being attacked and things that was going on in R. Kelly's life. Both of the brothers was in some trouble of their own for the lifestyle that they choose to live. They chose to live, and they was doing that even while they were with R. Kelly. And the story. R. Kelly never went into details, but you could use your own judgment. You could use your own judgment. Now, Kelly never went into too much details about his brothers. He only just said he fired them and he hired them back. you know, he fired them and he hired them back, and it's probably just a family thing. And like I said, everybody, I don't get into all that family stuff about R. Kelly relationships with his brothers really, because brothers do that to each other, whether they rich and famous or whether they just a goddamn nobody Joe out here. It happens. It's part of family. That's life. And I tell people like this: family is family, no matter what. I didn't choose my family, and none of us did. God put us in this family for a reason, and those are the ones you got to pray the hardest for, and those are going to be the ones that's going to hurt you the most. But you got to know how to pray to get through it, to get over it, and to get past it. It is what it is. It's just family is the family. You pick and choose your friends, but you don't pick and choose your family. Blood is blood. And that's because God chose them for us. And I don't like to go with that thing saying that, the ones, your family ain't always blood. Family is always blood. Family is always blood. Good, bad, or indifferent. Family is always blood. Okay? And it is what it is. I don't go with that world saying. I used to go with that world saying when I was mad with family and I just couldn't stand what they did to me, or I wanted to get some way of, get away from it all or whatever. At some point, we go through those changes in family. We just even God said it to David, the sword will not leave your house. Even though he had his brothers, the brother that was from the other mother and the brothers that was from the other, all that craziness, the mixture of the blood in the family and stuff. But the anger of the children came from the fact that they had different mothers. And some of the children felt that the father treated certain children in the family better than they treated certain other children because of the love he may have had for the women. And children do come at each other in that type of way when they have a different parent, if it's a different father or a different mother. But if you really go through the story, you're going to find that David's son, I think it was Amon and Absalom. Now, the sister, which is, what was the sister name? Tamar, whatever like that, who was the sister to Amon, right? And Absalom, was it? No, it was Absalom and Tamar. They was whole brothers and sisters which had the same mother. The other brother was a half brother who was from the same father but not the same mother. But of course he ended up raping the sister that was his half sister and disgracing her or whatever. And she had some kind of mental whatever. Hey Carolyn, how are you? So if you know through the story of the Bible, you're gonna find that it was always a battle with family members. At some point you're gonna always see that. That's why family gotta love each other from a fucking distance. And I'm just gonna say that. You see, when the blood is too close and y'all up in each other business all the time, it's not good. It's sometimes good to just have family, but y'all don't work together and y'all don't live together for a very long period of time. Okay, so and friends, as we go along, we meet friends along the way. You might meet some and you're going to lose some on the wayside. That's what it is. You pick your friends, but you don't pick your family. It is what it is. So moving along in this, Levi for Kelly being Aunt Kelly's cousin. All Levi have to do is say, you know what, I call him my cuz, but we were like cousins, like family, like that. We used to hang out, every now and then, kick it together and do what we do, go see women, date, whatever, things like that. We were like brothers, but he's not really a relative, like family, blood family, but we just hang out. And, these people that are justifying Levi and that are trying to look for ways to say that, yes, he is R. Kelly's cousin. Yeah, but that ain't what Levi said. Levi said he is related to R. Kelly by blood. Okay. Now I feel this way, even if but he could be related, but him and Bruce got different fathers. They could still have different fathers, but still in all, somehow or the other, don't you think his brothers still will know if this is his relative or not? And even if you got different fathers, sometimes even the child from the other father side or whatever like that still is considered family, whether you know it or not, but depending on how the relationship is with the family, the love they have for each other and everything. And R. Kelly would have been like glad to verify that, yes, this is my cousin, Levi, or whatever his name is. He ain't never mentioned his cousin's name or whoever, because it could be. I don't know. But I'm saying if you are putting yourself out here to say you are Kelly's cousin, there was some kind of way to confirm it. He has two brothers, Bruce and Carrie. And if he would have said, you know who I am, man. You know Levi ain't my real name. I don't put my real identity out there, but you know my voice, and you know that R. Kelly has his father, and I'm the cousin on, his father's side. And one way or the other, Bruce would have said something like to put a some kind of indication there. Yeah, this is R. Kelly's cousin from his father's side. If his cousin so and so, put some name out there. Say, baby, this might be his cousin on his father's side that my brother used to be tight with and used to be with my brother all the time. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, I'm just looking at it like that. And even if you are R. Kelly's cousin from the father side, you have a platform and you can say, look, y'all, I'm going to have Bruce and Carrie on my show. They going to confirm that I am family to R. Kelly. And everybody else had them on their platform. Why couldn't you? Just to confirm this cousin story. This is where I'm going. Like, if you related to somebody and you want your people to be, you want to be real with your people that's following you or subscribe to your channel and you want to be in on honesty with them and you ain't trying to BS nobody, you would have had Bruce Carey on Larry Grown Man's show. If that's where you choose to hang out and click with and be buddy buddy with these people, or you could have had Bruce and Carrie on your own platform and say, look, I have an exclusive here. I'm going to identify my family history and my family connection to Robert Sylvester Kelly. But I'm not going to tell y'all who my name is, but these are the brothers I'm going to bring on there, going to confirm that I am family. Simple as that. Simple as that. So I'm not letting nobody convince me to think that Levi is related to R. Kelly. Yes, I subscribe to Levi because I felt that Levi did do an honorable thing to come and put himself out there in the front to fight against the injustice being done to Robert Kelly at during that time. But then he started getting a little bit crazy and telling all kind of twists and turns and crazy stuff, especially when he started putting all the attention on himself, talking about how fine he is and all this stuff about him. I mean, I talk about things about my life too here with y'all. I talk about my husband, I talk about my family, my sister, my dog, things like that I share. Yeah, I shared little stories of family and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with him doing that. But I'm just saying then when you start changing your platform to then the attacks at DJ Tyson all the time, then that started to bother me. I'm like, say, why you keep going at this man? We got it, we got it, we got it. Yeah, I was along with it, but then it started to become too much to me. I'm good over here, Carolyn. It started to get too much for me. And I'm not going to tell people not to like a person because of the way I feel about what they've done and what they've been doing on what they do on their platform. I'm not trying to tell nobody to do that. But I'm just saying, like, you can't follow everything people on these YouTube streets are telling you. We all are here for one common reason, and that's for the fight against, to support Robert Sylvester Kelly during this fight against the injustice being done to him. This is what we all came together for anyway. But I just know there's some bullshitters. And then there's some people out here who do some shady shit. And then they try to come out and think they with their hands out talking about they clean and they not clean. Their hands ain't clean and their hearts ain't right either. Their hearts are dirty and so are their hands. Their hands are dirty. This YouTube thing for them, for R. Kelly to be where he's at right now, for them to survive on. I mean, make a living for themselves on. As long as that man and they can sell you some BS on their channel, that's what they do. I ain't here to take nothing from nobody. Okay? Because when I get out of here, I want to get out with my hands clean and my heart right. And I came in here from the beginning with my heart wanting to do the right thing and my hands being clean. That's it. I support channels, and some of the research that has been given on some of the bloggers' channel has been helpful to me. I explained that I work in education. I work with young children. I work with people that just feel certain kind of way because of what media, full shit media has sold them about R. Kelly. But I tell them like this. I say, go to this channel. You can find out this information for yourself. See both sides of the story before you make your judgment. Sometimes I even tell them and everything, some of these things that the media put out is not the truth. They won't they will, who's controlling the media. Okay? What you need to do is sometimes you got to go to these bloggers channels because they get the inside scoop. Some of them get out there, they do research and everything else like that, and they bring you both sides of the truth. Okay? So don't just go with just mainline media. And I do send, like I said before, I do send people to people's channels for the information. And I'm not for nobody to go around, preying on little girls and or little boys or any child. But the truth is that this man did not prey on anybody. They preyed on him. They preyed on him. And getting into the top discussion, I'm still subscribed to Phases channel. If any of y'all don't know who Phases is, that's Black Link Magazine or something like that is her new channel. Marva something is her name, and she does interviews on people in the music industry and everything like and things like that. So this morning I went on her. I got a notification that she uploaded something that she did an interview on Howard Hewitt, and he's from the R&B, music and the things he gave some very good information about what he's been through in his career and the changes he made within his life, and also touched on some personal things about his life or whatever, and through this season of this COVID season and what's going on now, what's moving ahead now for his career, whatever. And it was just so interesting because I really enjoy listening to Howard Hewitt. He sung a lot of songs that a lot of us may or may not be familiar with, like This Ring. He sung with the group Charlemagne. Then he went on his own as Howard Hewitt. And boy, oh boy, do that man have a voice on him. He's a great artist, a great singer, and I just think he's I think he's one of the great ones that's out there. That's really we don't get a lot about him. But somebody can ask, "What you been doing?" He said, "Well, you know what? Y'all need to go online, or y'all need to get into digital, whatever, and get with the program of what's going on now with the with digital stuff." So that's he's been putting stuff out there. So I said, "Dad, I gotta go check out his new song." Hear what he got out there and stuff because I do like his music. I just wanted to put out there what FaZe has been up to, now known as Black Link Magazine. I'm still subscribed to her channel. She was one of the first people when this R. Kelly stuff happened. She was one of the first people that was on the story on the surviving R. Kelly stuff and doing interviews and brought a lot of people attention to a lot of people from her platform. People like Don Russell, Will Eady, Dana J. Who else was I introduced to by Phases when she was doing stuff on covering things on this R. Kelly stuff? She done a lot. The sisters, Lisa and Cassandra, also a lot of other people that were introduced by Phases on it. They don't give her the credit for doing it, but I do. You know what I'm saying? They know who they are, but I ain't gonna get into all of that. But I know there was a lot of people from who have now subscribers and people running to their channels and all that stuff. Phases was one of the people that gave them that spotlight. She used to do a lot of interviews for a lot of people to get that opportunity to get out there and introduce their platforms so that they can, build their brand or their channel to these YouTube streets and to cover things around R. Kelly. And I remember she was one of the first people. I got to give her credit while she's still here and give her blessings for helping a lot of people. I don't know if they do things secretly behind the scene for phases, or they thank her in their own way or whatever. But I'm just gonna say she's one of the women platforms that I went to when she first started, when this whole thing first started out about Levi for Kelly. She introduced his channel. She introduced, of course, I know she did Dana J. She used to keep Dana J used to stay up on there. I know she did Sharon Wimbush and a lot of other people, a lot of other people. So I'm just gonna keep it as that. And then she just like got out of this stuff. She went and moved on to do other things and, go into helping and introducing other artists and people that we haven't heard from in a long time. I mean, that was a real treat to see Howard Hewitt on her platform today, interviewing with her today. From that video, I was so impressed. And I want to congratulate her on what she's doing and wish her many, many more blessings because I am a lover of Shalimar and Howard Hewitt. And just while I'm speaking on that, I think I will try to play one of his songs so that everybody will be familiar with who I'm talking about. Howard Hewitt, I want to play one of his songs. He can sing now. This is a throwback, an old song, and this is one of the songs I really enjoyed of him. This man can blow. Hey man, I love that song. Yes, he was one of my favorite artists that was back in the days in '80s and the '90s and sometime in. I mean, I didn't hear much from him in the new millennium in the millennium, but I know he has been phenomenal. You know, in what he do, in his voice, in his singing, especially that song "This Ring." When he sung that song "This Ring," oh my God, I used to have this baseball ball coach. Well, actually, my sister, because I didn't play. I used to just always go to the games to support her in playing baseball when we were in Brooklyn back in the days on the baseball team, softball team, girls softball team, and the coach that used to coach them will always play that song, "This ring, this ring, this ring is for the lover in you, baby. With this ring, I show you that there ain't no." Oh my God, that song used to play every time we won a game. The team won a game. He will get his car, and back in those days in the '80s, it was to be the ghetto blasters, them big box radios or whatever. He used to have that, so that's how he used to always play that song. And then you throw the little cassette in your car and play it, and he used to play that song so loud, and we used to have fun. Those were the good old days. And I mean, I just wanted to just bring his story to life. Howard Hewitt, he started with Shalimar and he went out on his own. He was the lead singer there, and then there was Jody Watley. She also did her own thing. I wonder, where is Jody? People get married, their life change, they have a family and stuff, and they want to get into their life quietly with their family after they do certain hits and music and stuff in this industry. And he says a whole lot of stuff that goes on in the industry. When he was at the interview with Phases, he talked about all of that stuff. So check out Phases video on him, on her interview with him today. If you're not subscribed to her channel is Black Link. Let me be sure to tell you what channel to go to. Phases channel is Black Link Magazine. The Black Link Experience. Okay, her channel is the Black Link Experience, and so she talked about his music as a pop artist, singer. To me, he's not a pop artist. He sings to me R&B. R&B. Okay, rhythm and blues, soul music. I don't get this with this music stuff. So you get a chance. Her new channel is called the Black Link Experience, and I have never left Phases. She just don't come on that much, but when I do see an upload from her, I do go and check it out. And sometimes I just hit the like button to let her, get some views and some whatever to what she's promoting now on her new channel. Yep. So anyway, y'all, your girl Casey, I gotta get myself together because I'm gonna try to get myself out and do something. Okay, today I really don't want to, but I'm gonna try. Get my body moving, get me up in the day. So you all have a blessed and wonderful Friday. And if God's willing, I may or may not come back in the evening time, but you all be blessed and be safe. Love you now. Peace.